So you've had a few more months to get acclimated to the program. What are your thoughts now, a few months in?
Man, it's everything that I thought it was going to be when I made my decision to come here. You know, the atmosphere is wonderful in the locker room, the coaches, everybody's support staff is just everything that I wanted to be for my last year.
Jordan, when you look at your room, do you see a lot of, there's some experience there, but do you see a lot of guys with different sort of tools, like different kinds of linebackers within your room?
Yeah, you know, linebacker is a unique position. And in our room, I feel like we got guys, you know, they have strengths in a lot of different areas. Not everybody's the same, but, you know, when you look in the locker room, in our linebacker room, like, you see a lot of my bad. You see a lot of like stuff that you can learn from each other in our linebacker room. So we all learn from each other. We all got our strengths, and we all try to learn from each other, which makes our room so much stronger each day.
You looking forward to seeing how that could play out in a game setting where each guy can bring a little something different. You can find the best match, I guess, for the scenario, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah, and that's what makes our room so unique.
Jordan, Farmington Hills native, you're literally playing in your backyard now. How does that impact your game now compared to being away and now you're closer to home? Was there any impact at all? What was that like?
I mean, I'm just so happy, you know. I'm playing in front of my hometown, home state, everything I can dream of, man. I just can't wait to show it all with my boys.
How about the first day had it full of guy practice? What your takeaway was from how the team responded to it?
I like that we bring the intensity today. You know, a lot of hidden passes thrown around. Like that we got that out. We got past tomorrow, so just look to build on that and keep our technique good, even though we bring in more physicality, but still keep our technique the same.
And the scrimmage coming up on Saturday, I guess, what's your outlook for that and what you want to see?
Oh, I take it day by day, man. So I'm only worried about tomorrow's practice.
It's been like working with a guy like Wayne, who also has a lot of experience in the linebacker position.
I like running with Wayne. Like, we be on the same wavelength. So, like, you know, we be playing off each other, we be talking. But also, like, all the linebackers, we also play together well. Like, you can see me with the young guys. You can see a young guy with an older guy. We just learn to play with each other. We all, like, close up there. Like, we all could be friends. Like, we all friends up there. So it's really, like, fun playing with every linebacker.
I think Coach Smith has mentioned you a couple of times as like a voice that he's hearing in this program. And as a new guy who's, you know, come in, how were you able to do that? Why was that important? And just what's sort of your leadership style, I guess?
So I was in the same situation last year when I was at my old school. You know, coach just got fired, new coach coming in. So coming from that background, I already been through it, and I see these guys, they've been through it too. And I just want to be that older guy that gave them the sense of like security, like it's going to be okay. You know, best thing you could do is just put your head down and just grind. You know, everything is going to work, but, you know, you can't be worrying about, oh, this is going to be good. You know, you can't worry about it. The only thing you can control is how you work, how you grind, how you know, study a playbook, everything. So.
What did you learn from that experience about turning the page as a program before, and how can you apply it here?
Well, just adjusting. You know, everybody, if you've been with the same coach your whole year, you're not really adjusting. It's just the same routine. But, like, I had to adjust to new schemes. I had to adjust to new coaching styles, new players. So, like, just getting them, like, you know, we had a lot of guys leave. We got, 60 new guys. So, like, I know, like, how important it is to bring the team together. And and it's not like you had years of the same team. You know, it's like this first year, so it's trying to, like, we got to do that in 7 months, 8 months before the season starts. So kind of just being there for them and know that it's going to be okay. We just got to come tighter, you know.
Jordan, this is an intense time right now. What do you do off the field when you get a break, when you get some downtime? What do you find yourself doing or enjoy doing if you can?
I usually talk to my fam or my close friends, you know, get my head right. You know, I'm a big football guy, so football is my outlet, is what I love, it's what I sleep and wake up to do. But, like, besides that is really, like, getting my mental state ready for the next day and also, like, getting my body right for the next day so I can no drop off, keep excelling, keep raising my standards.
So just to follow, family and friends know to kind of talk to you about keeping you in the right headspace. They're about encouraging you, got a good support network, and then you're also just doing post-body work, getting your body together.
Yes, sir.
I got it.
Talking about building chemistry, how do you do that in a quick amount of time, like you were saying, as a team?
Doing everything on and off the field together, you know. Off the field, I make sure, like, I get around with my guys, whether it's offense, defense, younger guys, older guys, just making sure we all getting to know everybody because everybody got a unique story. Everybody got a unique story to them, and it's just kind of just learning and having them learn my story too, why I came here, everything that I've been through, and what makes me the man I am. So just kind of like everybody just being around each other on and off the field, I feel like that's going to make us a great team, and you're going to see that on Saturdays when we play.
When you got, we were talking earlier, like you got different guys for different skill sets and things. Does that change the competition a little bit to where it's not as like cutthroat? It's like it's you or me because it's like you can do this and I can do that, and different guys can fill different niches. Does that change the spirit of the competition a little bit?
I wouldn't say it wouldn't change it, but it's a nice tool that we have. We got guys that can play multiple positions. That's going to help when we might have to go into some different packages, you know what I'm saying, just to match up, you know, speed, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that is, I wouldn't say competitive, it wouldn't change. Like, we're a high competitive team, but it's just nice to know we got linebackers that can play edge, you know. We got edge that can drop, you know. We got safeties that can be in, like, that's a great-ass tool to have for as a defense.
You've been doing the helmet comms much?
Yeah.
What's that like, and how's that work?
I feel like that's a cheat code, man. Like, you know, I feel like I'm an on-field DC, and you got a DC also in my head from the up top. So I feel like that's,
Going well.
yeah.
Okay. Which spots are you at mostly?
Mike.
Okay.
No, so like half the practices that we have so far, like the mics will have it, and the other half the wheels will have it. So it's just like matching. I really don't mind, but if it's there, why I'll use it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, I don't really need it.
About the time you were going through the recruiting process, the 2 staffs ago, Michigan State was known for its defense and fell off. I mean, watching that from afar, I guess what's your take on seeing the decline they had defensively and your opportunity to be part of, you know, a new team to maybe reverse that?
You know, obviously, coming through high school, like, you know, watching the, you know, getting to watch the defense growing up, like, yeah, I always know they had a stout defense. They was always known for that, like, how gritty they play. And I'm just excited that I get to, you know, play in this type of era again, you know, and I just can't wait to, like, play.
Speaking of that, I mean, Coach, you played for Coach Trussell at Wisconsin, I mean, and now Coach Rossi. I mean, how do you compare the two, I guess, as defensive coordinators?
Oh, they're both great coordinators, great. And I'll say the only difference is, like, one uses, like, you know, 3-3-5, the other one uses 4-3, so that's the only difference.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like your role, I mean, just that in the linebackers in general, how important are they to this defense? I mean, considering you do have
What are?
the linebackers, just because you guys have multiple fronts, 3 down, 4-3, and you can kind of rotate between both.
How important? I mean, I feel like the linebackers are the quarterbacks of the defense. So, like, I feel like the linebacker is important to every defense, no matter if – I feel like every great defense had a great linebacker. So, you know, but also we need our dogs. Like, we can't be ourselves without our dogs, like, being aggressive and doing what they got to do. So, you know what I'm saying? Our dogs up front help us eat. So,
Coach Smith was mentioning you and him have a connection because of Paul Christ. What's that like sharing something with a coach who's like 20 years older than you or whatever? But how do you guys sort of, what's that connection like?
I mean, that's a weird connection. Like, when I took my visit, I didn't know, like, he got coached by him. He told me that he wanted to quit his first fall camp. And Coach Chris drove to his crib at midnight to convince him, like, you know it's hard, but I'm going to be here with you. And after I'm coming here, you know, because, you know, Coach Chris, he was a family guy. You know, he brought that family atmosphere. And that's why I sense from Coach Smith, you know, it's a family. He's bringing this family stuff with him here. And so when I heard that, it's like, you know, most coaches, they don't talk about, like, how hard it'd be. You know, he was in a position, he wanted to quit. You know what I'm saying? But he stuck down, somebody was there for him. So, you know, it really brings the humility out of it, and just, he's a real guy, and he's honest, trust. So it's like, that makes me just want to, I'll put everything that I learned from Coach Chris too, to the locker room.
Did that sound like the Coach Chris you know?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
when you-
Oh, yeah.
story?
Me and my family, we be talking about, it's like a splitting image of him. Yeah, so it's cool. You got a question?
Who's your favorite teammate?
Can I do a tie? Can I?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 3-way tie. Aiden Childs,
Yeah.
Wayne Matthews, and Nick Marsh.
Good, Chipotle, like that.
Yeah, okay.